Okay, it's kind of like dating. The more girls you're gonna talk to, all right, the more girls you're gonna talk to, the more that are actually gonna come hang out with you. And then you hang out with a few, you talk to them, you build a relationship. Then you're gonna lock one of these girls down, just like you're gonna lock up one of these deals. Okay. What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking about the best types of properties for wholesaling. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So the first property that I usually like to look for is single family homes that are in need of work and they can be flipped. So let's say the property has good bones, good roof, good foundation. The furnace is okay. That's great. Let's say the kitchen is dated and the bathroom's dated. It's got carpet. These are all things that investors like to improve, okay, and add value to the home by upgrading this. So we need to look for homes that have bad bathrooms, old windows, old doors, old flooring, all these types of things. Once we can find properties like this, they have to be under market value. So let's say that we come across a property, the roof's a little bad, it's got a bad kitchen, the flooring's carpet, and the bathroom is dated. This is good. Let's say the seller's asking $500,000 and you do your comparables, you ask a realtor or you go on housesigma.com to see what things are selling for in the area, similar style, similar condition, similar size. Once you see this, if you're seeing unrenovated homes selling for $500K or or a little bit more or a little bit less, even $450, well, if our seller is asking 500 and it's dated, it's over market value and investors are not going to buy this. We have to find something that's under market value. So let's say the market value of unrenovated homes in your area are 500K. You're going to want to aim to get them for 450 and sell them anywhere from 460 to 475 because you're going to at least save the investor 25K on fees and just pricing in general. Okay, so the other one is single family home conversions. And what do I mean by this? Let's say a bungalow, right? These are usually the best, is when you find a bungalow, unfinished basement with a separate entrance. This, if it's in the right area, right zoning, this can easily be a duplex. And investors are always looking to buy homes that they can add value to and make money off of. They aren't looking to buy for something nice, or they aren't looking to buy anything that's in nice condition because they want to add the value. They just don't want to buy it and rent it out. The margin's just going to be small. So conversions can be anything. Like I said, is a bungalow and the basement is unfinished. This is great because you can make a basement unit and you can make a unit on the upper floor. Or if it's a big 2-story and it has a basement, maybe you can convert it into a triplex, one in the basement, one on the main floor, and one in the upper level. So those are the best for single family homes, is stuff that needs work. It's a bit dated and all these types of things. It's got to be under market value as well if it's a conversion. Those are the two best in my opinion for single family homes. So the next would be multifamily. So that's if it's already a duplex, already a triplex, or a fourplex. Okay, now you can come across a lot of these and investors have already ran through them. So they got them under market, they did all the renovations to them, and they're perfect, right? These are going to be tougher to sell because investors like to do that. They like to invest, put their money into it, pull it back out, and then rent it or sell it. Not many investors actually really like to buy something that's already done unless it cash flows $500 plus a month. Okay, so multifamily homes, duplex, triplex, fourplex, these are all great properties because the more people that are going to be living in there, the more money you'll be making monthly as an investor. So we could get these, but you have to understand, everything has to be under market value. Let's say you come across a triplex and it's dated. All 3 bathrooms are dated. The flooring has carpet all through the house, and the kitchens are like old cabinets. The countertops are dated. It's just not good. Let's say they're asking $750 and you're doing your due diligence and you're seeing other properties. Let's say you're seeing renovated ones for $750. well, then you know that your triplex like is way too close to market value. You got to get stuff under market value. I can't stress this enough because a lot of people are just going to sellers and their house might already be done up, renovated. And yeah, it's just really not good for investors. We got to find stuff that needs work. That's the most important about all this. All of these need to have work needed to them. It's very hard to sell properties that are already renovated. Okay, so single family homes, flips, anything that is that needs work. Okay, new roof, new windows, new tile, new flooring, whatever. Conversions, duplexes, bungalows that can be duplexes, 2 stories that can be triplexes, fourplexes, etc. Multifamily homes, duplexes, right? Triplexes and fourplexes. If you can find a fourplex, for example, and it needs all the work, like it needs a roof. Like I said, everything is just dated. This is great. That's something you're gonna want to jump on, okay? Because, and I'm just repeating myself a lot because you gotta understand that you can't get anything that's on market value or close to, because why are they gonna buy off of us? They're just gonna go and buy it off the market, investors, right? Like we have to bring them a benefit and incentive of why we're wholesalers and why we're gonna give you a good deal. Okay, so a bonus is apartment buildings, right? 10 units plus. If you can come across these leads that 10 units, and if they're in decent condition because they're 10 units, if the price is right and they cash flow, this is still gonna be a good deal, okay? So cash flow is key. You gotta learn how to calculate all that, and we'll talk about that in another video. But for now, you gotta find these single family homes that need to be flipped, duplex conversions that can be converted from a single family home to a duplex or more, multifamily homes, duplex, triplex, and fourplexes, and apartment buildings, 10 units and plus. Keep in mind that when you start getting into 10 units and stuff like this, you might need a bigger deposit. For these ones up here, I like to put down $1,000, to be honest, which I used to try and put 500, but in this market, it's tough, and I'm gonna tell you why it's tough. So many other investors, we have to compete with them, essentially. A lot of investors right now are buying houses firm, sight unseen, and they're being pretty crazy about it, okay? No conditions versus like 10,000 down, right? Us as wholesalers, we're gonna put down $1,000. We need about 10 days conditional period so we can put our buyer's package together, we can market it, maybe get an investor through the property, things like this, and then assign it. So we need 5 days is kind of short. You want to aim for 10, but 5, it's better to lock it down at 5 days and get some good traction and then ask the seller for an extension, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, so one way to get a low deposit, $1,000, is just tell the seller, look, we're buying multiple properties a month, and if I were to put 10,000 down on each of these properties, I'm gonna run out of liquid very quickly, and it's just tough for us. So we'd like to keep our deposits small and minimal, usually around $1,000, because we are buying 3, 4, 5 properties a month. And even if you're not buying any properties per month, maybe you're buying like wholesaling one every couple months, or you haven't even wholesaled one yet. You gotta kind of talk like you're a pro already, and you have to say like we're buying 3, 4 properties a month, and yeah, like you just have to play it out that way. It is what it is. That's kind of how sales go. Anyway, when you get to the apartment buildings, you might need 10,000 or more. That's what they're going to be asking. In this case, you have to build relationships with investors, and you got to work out a consulting fee. For example, I'm working on this 117 unit lead, and the guy wants like 150K down. I don't have that to put that on a deposit. That's insane. So I was talking to one of my close investors, and I said, look, if you really want this, we'll make an offer in your name, put down 150K, and then we'll work out a consulting fee on the side. So that's also really good, especially in this hot market. When you're making offers on properties and they have conditions and they're getting rejected, I advise that you build relationships with investors where you can say to the investor, look, I have a great lead, great property. If you make a firm offer right now, it will get accepted and it will be yours. On the side, we have to work out a consulting agreement, and that's small. Just leave in the comments if you want to know how to write in this consulting agreement, and I'll reach out to you and basically put one together for you, like a standard one. Definitely get it checked by a lawyer. It's just standard. You want to have it looked at. But anyway, back to the main point. The best types of properties: single family homes. They need work. They got to be under market value, or they can be converted. Okay. Multifamily homes, duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes. These have to be under market value. They have to be in need of work. And if they aren't in need of work, they have to be cash flowing. Okay. So we'll talk about that in another video, how to calculate cash flow. Apartment buildings, you can definitely do apartment buildings. Just build relationships with investors so they can put offers directly if you don't have that kind of liquid. Okay. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. It's just the different types of properties that you can wholesale. These right here are your bread and butter. These single family homes and multifamily homes. If you can get a few of these per year, you can make 10, 20, 30 grand per house. And let's say you get 5 and you make 20K per deal. That's 100K right there. Okay, that's awesome. Right? But don't get too caught up with a huge fee. Like, obviously aim for a certain amount, but let's say you want to make 20K off one of these and it's not going to work. We'll drop your K to 10 and then just try to get another, because it's really a numbers game, wholesaling. The more deals, okay, well, honestly, the more leads lead to the more deals, and the more deals lead to more assignments. Because I'm going to be very blunt with you. Some deals don't assign. Not every deal that you get up under contract is going to assign, okay? I'm just being very honest, and I don't want to be standing here saying, oh, wholesaling is magical, you're going to be a millionaire by the end of the year. If you put in the work, yes, this can happen, okay? But the truth is, not every deal is going to assign, and that this is a numbers game, okay? It's kind of like dating. The more girls you're going to talk to, all right? The more girls you're going to talk to, the more that are actually going to come hang out with you. And then you hang out with a few, you talk to them, you build a relationship, then you're gonna lock one of these girls down, just like you're gonna lock up one of these deals. Okay, that's basically it for today's video. The next video, let me know what you want to see. Maybe we'll talk about calculating a deal. We'll calculate how to do cash flow, calculate how to figure out the value of the properties you're looking at, and we'll talk about how to determine your wholesale fee. If you like these types of videos and like this content, please give me a like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm, and we will keep on teaching you how to wholesale. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna make it all together. I'm getting into NFTs, and I'll be talking about that too. There's a saying, it's WAG me. We're all gonna make it, and we're all gonna make it, friends. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, and see you in the next video.